What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about my top 5 tips just for eating healthy. This isn't necessarily just about weight loss or weight gain, but literally just how to eat less like crap. So my first tip is just to simplify what you're eating. So eat whole foods, things with one ingredient, you know, like go buy a packet of chicken, or like just buy broccoli or something, you know, or oatmeal. And obviously you can combine those things. Like in my oatmeal, I like to have, you know, bananas or berries or something, but it's not this pre-packaged, pre-sugared oatmeal. Essentially, the oatmeal I get, the only ingredient in the list is oatmeal. So things like that, it will help reduce your sugar intake, all these weird preservatives and other chemicals and dyes and colors and whatever, and all things that just aren't as good for your body. So I would say that's the first place you want to start, is just simplify everything and just go for the whole foods, essentially. So the second thing I want to talk about is limiting sugar and alcohol. The two things you don't want to hear, but I think you were expecting it anyway. Everyone always talks about how, you know, bad sugar is for you, how, you know, it hinders your weight loss and just makes you gain weight. And whether or not all the science is true, just because there is a lot of things out there saying that sugar is bad for you and sugar is why you gain weight. There are also a lot of refuting studies that talk about simply just the number of calories total that you're eating. But aside from that, having lots of sugar is just not good for different systems in your body. As well as if you are trying to lose weight or just maintain your weight and you like to eat a lot of food, sugar is not the way to go because it's not going to satisfy you. So you can eat a whole bunch of sugary candy or something and you're still going to be hungry in 5 minutes. You know, I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that for yourself. So that is just one of the easiest things you can do, is just lower your sugar intake. Whether it's just not having soda anymore, or just if you're having candy all throughout the day, you know, just have one piece a day or something. So that way you don't have to actually measure and track how much you're having, but you know you're having less of it. And that same thing goes with alcohol. When it comes to macronutrients and what your body needs and can use, it's empty, kind of just like sugar. And so if you're, again, trying to lose weight or maintain your weight, alcohol is one of those things that's not gonna help you. It doesn't help your body in any way. It is just empty calories, and it's a lot of work that your body has to put into getting it out of the system. Your body does treat it like a toxin. So if you want to feel good and be healthy, limit your alcohol. I'm not saying you have to cut it out, not completely, but don't go overboard. You know, don't go get drunk every single weekend or something, you know, but you can have a few every now and again, and that's totally fine. My third tip is measuring stuff. Now, before you panic, I don't think it's necessary to measure absolutely everything you eat unless that's helpful for you. I mean, I'm doing it right now for my own purposes, but I'm talking about things like just trying to learn portion sizes. You know, what does, you know, a 4-ounce serving of chicken look like? You don't have to measure it out every single time, but at least you can ballpark it after that. You know, or things like sauces are very easy to go overboard on. And if you look at the label, most of the time the serving size is 1 tablespoon. And I'm sure if you're not paying attention, you're putting way more than a tablespoon on there. And that adds up very, very quickly. A lot of sauces are filled with, you know, either cream, which is very condensed and very calorically dense, or it's filled with sugar or something, which just adds up very quickly. And so a simple thing to, you know, not cut it out completely, but just get a little packet of those little, you know, tablespoons and half tablespoons and whatever, just to give yourself an idea of what you're having and hopefully get you to have a little bit less of it, because you don't need to cut it out completely. You don't have to have completely bland food, but it will help you just to keep everything in check, because they are usually laden with sugar, which again, as we talked about, is not going to make you feel better overall. So now my fourth tip is to add color to your diet. So basically what I'm talking about with this is fruits and vegetables. You know, it's awesome to have a whole bunch of broccoli at lunch, but you know, that's a green vegetable. Maybe try have some red and yellow peppers later on, because the different colors signify different phytonutrients and different vitamins that they have. So if you're going for, you know, a healthier diet, you want as many different vitamins and minerals as you can have, and the different colors in these foods signify the differences in what nutrients are in them. So adding a bunch of different colors to your diet not only kind of makes it more palatable, you know, not everything is just this beige brown color, but it does help you to get a wider variety of your vitamins and minerals, which is just good for you. It's gonna make you feel better. My fifth and final tip is moderation, okay? Don't drive yourself crazy, because you're not gonna stick to it, so you're just gonna feel bad about yourself, and that's not what we want here. You don't need to be perfect to be healthier or feel better, okay? So if you know, like me, I crave sugar all the time. If it's in the house, I will eat it. So one thing that I like to do is I don't tend to buy it at the store and bring it home, because I will not eat it in moderation. I will eat the whole damn thing, and I will eat it right now. So what I like to do is then, if I go out, you know, maybe I'll have, say, you know, a fruity drink or something. You know, I'm not having them all the time, but if I go out occasionally, I'll have one, and you don't have to feel bad about it because you're not going overboard. You know, I had a roommate in college who, she had just a little square piece of chocolate every day at lunch. You know, it's kind of, she got a little sugar fix, she loved chocolate, she didn't want to overdo it, but she allowed herself that little piece every day. That's totally fine. It's not gonna blow everything else out the window. You're not gonna, you know, go overboard and gain a bunch of weight from it. It's just a little bit, because if you feel too deprived, you're not gonna stick to it. It's gonna be, you know, annoying and irritating and depressing, and eating is not supposed to be that way. Feeling good and feeling healthy is not supposed to be that way. So it's okay to have things like sugar, have things like alcohol, have sauces and pizza and whatever, but not all the time. You know, you don't have to go insane. Being perfect all the time is not the goal, okay? So if you really want to stick to it, you know, whether it's losing weight, gaining weight, eating healthier and feeling better, you know, go with the 80-20 rule. If you're doing fantastic 80% of the time, go have some pizza. It's okay. You know, you're not throwing everything out the window. So before I ramble on too much, those were my top 5 relatively, I think, easy to follow tips just for an overall healthier diet. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you liked this video. If you want me to do more sit-down videos like this versus all just my workouts, please let me know in the comments. Or if you have any tips that you found helpful that you want to share, please leave them below. Give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe, because that would be awesome, and I will come up with more tip videos.